welcome back to my channel. I'm James. Today I've got another exciting video on my ongoing, very popular and highly requested video series, Top Upcoming 4K Ultra HD and Blu-ray Movies and TV Series Releases, Big 4K Movie Announcements, Reveals, Collector's Film Chat episode number 36. And boy, oh boy, do I have some exciting news and titles to share with you in today's video. Some of the studios reached out and shared some stuff with me actually just today that I'm going to be sharing throughout this video. There is a ton of massive, exciting releases coming out on physical media, and we really are at peak physical media. I mean, we are really just getting so many titles coming out that I'm constantly making these videos every week, and I'm even surprised at the amount of announcements coming out this year. It's really one of these things that's a very exciting time for all of you that love movies and TV series, because no matter what type of movie or TV series you like, I can guarantee you there's physical media being released of it throughout the entire year. So it's really a fun time to just be collectors and fans. Now, as always in this ongoing video series, the previous video ended on June 25th. Now, I always pick up and continue after that video, and then at the end of the video, I always throw in titles that you need to know about announcements so you don't miss out on them way farther out. And I always include those at the end of every one of these episodes, but I can tell you there's so much we have to cover in today's video that I was really shocked when I had it all written up and I was like, wow, there are some massive releases. So if you haven't checked out the previous episode in this video series, you'll want to check those out as well, because I always give hidden announcements from things all around the world about TV shows and movies. So you always want to watch the previous episodes so you always know about everything that's being released so you don't miss out on anything. Now, as always, it's extremely important if you decide you're going to buy or order any of these releases, always go down and use those direct Amazon sale links that I've posted as a pinned comment in the comment section right below this video. I've done all the work for all of you and gathered them all together and posted the direct Amazon sale links right down there below. Now, those links down there never cost you, the viewer, even a penny extra when you click on them, but they are extremely important to the creation of all of these videos here on this YouTube channel. You see, none of the studios ever pay me a dime to do any of this. And the only way I can always continue to create all of this content every week here on my channel is with you, my viewers and subscribers' support, by always clicking on those direct Amazon sale links down there below. So if you enjoy this content and this content has helped you out over the years, always make sure to use those direct Amazon sale links I've posted right down there below. Now, starting off on July 2nd, we have some big titles. First one we've got is Blown Away, and this is the 1994 slick action thriller. It's a great film. It's getting a brand new 4K scan of its original 35mm camera negative, along with a brand new Dolby Vision and HDR10 master, and DTS HD Master Audio 5.1 lossless audio mix. Now, it's also being released on a BD100 to give it plenty of room to breathe, so that way it's not overcompressed. So hopefully when I get this in early for review, I'll test it out and let you know how high of a rough average bitrate it has, because they're giving it plenty of room on the BD100, so hopefully that means it'll be one of those that has like a 90 megabits per second. I would love to see that for this film, because it's a very good 90s action thriller. Now, this is being sent early for review, so I will have that in before the release date to let you know the quality of that. Now, another big release on July 2nd is Narrow Margin from 1990. Now, for this release, they did a brand new 4K scan of the original 35mm camera negative and an SDR master by Studio Canal. Now, we'll also have a DTS HD Master Audio 5.1 audio mix. And I can tell you, this is one of those 90s Gene Hackman movies that I've always really enjoyed, so I'm excited this is getting some love on 4K. Now, this is another one that I should have in early for review. The studio did let me know they're sending that in, so I can test that and review that for all of you. Now, staying with the same day and date, we're getting another big release in ANCHORMAN, The Legend of Ron Burgundy, in this limited edition upcoming 4K release. Now, this was sent by Paramount early for me to test and review for all of you, and that review is available right now on this channel. I dived into and tested numerous releases like Purple Rain, UHF, which we'll talk about a little bit here later, but that video is available right now on this channel, and I dived into and tested out all of the data on this, compared it to the previous Blu-ray release I own, and I pulled the native images from the 4K and the Blu-ray, and I show those in that video so you can see for yourself what the actual quality of this is, and if this is worth buying. So you want to check out that big review video. It's available right now. Another big release we're getting on same day and date, as I was mentioning, is UHF from 1989. This is the Weird Al film that it's a very funny spoof comedy film, and I dived into and tested it in that video as well, and did my exclusive image comparisons where I pulled the native data from the 4K disc and the previous Shout Factory Blu Ray that I own. I show you in that what you're actually getting image and sound quality, and let you know if this is worth upgrading and buying, because that's available right now as well. I did get it in early for review. Let me tell you though, if you like 80s comedies and you like spoof films, this is personally one of my favorite. I like how it spoofs Indiana Jones and Rambo, and the list goes on, but I like those 80s action films and how it spoofed a bunch of them, and I really enjoyed this, and I'm very glad this was released on 4K. Now, another big release we're getting on July 2nd is Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid, the Sam Peckinpah 1973 Western classic film. It's very gritty for a Western, it's very good, and it's a great Western film. Well, Criterion Collection did a brand new 4K digital restoration of both the theatrical cut and the 50th anniversary cut of the film. Now it's coming in a big box set with 4 discs in it, a booklet, and it's one of those Criterion Collection releases I'm hugely excited for because I love Western films. If you haven't checked out some of my previous Criterion Collection reviews of their previous Western sets, they previously did the Renowned Westerns collection, and it's a bunch of films combined in a box set. It was really enjoyable. I still have watched it numerous times since I got it, but that video is available right now if you haven't checked out that review of the previous Renowned Western set from Criterion. But I am hoping this lives up to what the Renowned Westerns box set had, because this is going to have Dolby Vision and HDR10 master and color grading, along with an uncompressed monaural soundtrack in this restoration that they did for this box set of numerous cuts of the film on 4K. And like I said, it is a 4-disc box set. So this is one of those big releases on July 2nd that I'm hugely excited for. Now, same day and date on July 2nd, we're getting a big re-release in Point Break, but the limited edition SteelBook version that was sold out previously. Now, Shout Factory is re-releasing it as a wide release now, still limited edition. They basically said once this sells out, it won't be sold again. Now, I did previously release the standard edition, which is this release with the slipcover. That review is available right now on this channel. It's the exact same contents, the exact same disc as I previously reviewed in my review video. Because I really like the limited edition SteelBook and I missed out on it previously, I'll be doing the same thing for Point Break, because I absolutely love the Point Break limited edition SteelBook artwork. I love the colors on it and everything. So I will be replacing my slipcover version of Point Break. Same great 4K release, just I really am addicted to collecting those limited edition SteelBook sets. So this is being re-released one time, so if you missed out on it previously, I'll put the direct Amazon sale links for all of these down below. So if you want to buy or add any of these to your collection, I've linked them all out down below. Now, another big re-release by Shout Studios one time is Natural Born Killers, the director's cut on 4K from 1994. It's a limited edition SteelBook. Now, instead of a single retailer, they're re-releasing it one time, so that way any of us that missed out on it, like myself, can order it. I already ordered my copy. I'll put that direct link down there below as well, but this is another re-release, one time, Shout Studio said, for all of us that missed out on it originally. Now, I do have 2 big updates for you on July 2nd. If you've been following me here on my channel, a while back I announced that Taxi Driver limited edition SteelBook was actually supposed to come out about 2 weeks before July 2nd. Well, it actually got pushed by Sony to July 2nd now. Now Sony says they had some manufacturing issues, so they had to delay it to July 2nd. So the limited edition SteelBook of Taxi Driver is now supposedly from Sony officially coming out on July 2nd. And the other big release that got pushed to July 2nd is the Guyver. Another one that was supposed to come out 2 weeks before this is actually the Guyver limited edition set that I previously announced. The studio Unearthed Films, basically due to manufacturing and things, had to push it again. Now, basically for the Guyver, this is actually like I think the 6th time that basically I've announced it's been pushed. So hopefully July 2nd is actually the day it physically releases now, because Wow, I really can't believe how many times they've had to announce that they keep pushing it farther and farther out. So hopefully July 2nd for the Guyver, finally we will get to experience this cult classic sci-fi superhero manga on 4K Ultra HD in this limited edition set. I keep saying I'm excited for it, but to be honest with you, now that's about the 6th time I've pushed it, I'm thinking to myself, are we really gonna get it this time? Hopefully, July 2nd, we actually get it. Now, if you haven't done so yet, make sure to go down and give this video a like and a thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. That way you're notified right away whenever I release any of these advanced reviews or any of these big announcement videos. You never want to miss out on any of this exclusive content, so make sure to go down there, give this video a like and a thumbs up for me, hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. Now, in this part of the video, I always jump out ahead to give you announcements and updates on releases and titles that I was just notified about from the studios, as well as things that are limited edition releases that I want all of you to know about so you don't miss out on them. Now, the problem with a lot of limited edition releases is by the time the release comes, a lot of the times they're sold out. So that's why this video series was started in the first place, was to help all of you be able to know about these releases in advance so you can pre-order them so that you don't have to pay those ridiculous aftermarket prices. And as I've said before, I absolutely hate them. I've had to do it myself. I spent tons of money on them. And so this is to make sure that you don't miss out on knowing about these. So we're going to be jumping out ahead to July 16th. We have a big release in SpongeBob SquarePants, the movie, in a limited edition SteelBook release only from Paramount. Now, for this release, Paramount did a brand new native 4K transfer and Dolby Vision and HDR10 master, along with DTS HD Master Audio 5.1 audio mix. But Paramount was very specific in the announcement. It is limited edition SteelBook only. It isn't being planned that they're in the US, at least that they're releasing it as a separate release. It's simply in the US, limited edition SteelBook only. So this is a big one I'm hugely excited for, and I should have it in early for review. Paramount did let me know they are planning to send it to me early for review for me to dive into and test for all of you. Now I'll put that direct Amazon sale link for this down there below, but this is one of those that, man, there are so many SpongeBob fans out there. I do see this selling out, possibly even before the release date. Now, another massive release on the same day and date is Captain Phillips, the Tom Hanks 2013 wonderful biographical action thriller. And this is being released by Sony in a collector's limited edition SteelBook only. Sony was also very specific about this release as a limited edition SteelBook only. Sony said they have no plans to release it as a standard 4K case, and Sony is known for this. They release limited edition SteelBook sets only. They go out of print. Once they're gone, and then they become ridiculously priced on the aftermarket. Because Sony did a brand new 4K transfer of the original 4K master with Dolby Vision and HDR10, along with English Dolby Atmos, all done by Sony for this limited edition release. So it's one of them I'm hugely excited for because I think it's one of the best performances by Tom Hanks. If you have not seen the film and you like even Tom Hanks just a little bit, you owe it to yourself to give yourself a treat by watching this film, and I'm hoping, based on Sony's track record, this 4K release is probably going to be a stunner because really Sony is at the top of the restoration game. I can't think of any other studio that has as good a track record as Sony does. I can't think of very many Sony 4K releases that they've done with Dolby Vision in the last couple of years that have really been poor. They've all been really amazing, so I'm looking forward to this one immensely. Now, jumping ahead to July 23rd, I have another big announcement that Lionsgate shared with me that they just actually announced today as of filming this video. We are getting The Strangers Chapter 1, the horror thriller film from 2024, being released on July 23rd as a native 4K 2160p and HDR10. Now, this is one of those, I have not gotten to experience the film itself yet, but I am excited for it when it arrives for review because it looks really good. Now, another big release on July 23rd is Halo Season 2 in 2 different flavors, a limited edition SteelBook and finally a standard 4K case. Now, when this was originally announced, Paramount only announced a limited edition SteelBook, and then months later, finally now they've announced a standard 4K case for this. So, depending on which one you want, I'll put both listed down as links in the comment section below, depending on which one you want to order. But I will tell you, I've previously reviewed Halo Season 1 that Paramount sent for review. I can tell you that is a reference quality image and sound quality release. If you have not checked out my review, even though Season 1 was rocky, it wasn't perfect. It had some big action moments, some cool special effects, and some good story beats, and then some really bad story beats. Overall though, Season 2 drastically changed the show. I loved Season 2, and I wish they would have started off with the writing of Season 2, but in Season 1, because people would have enjoyed it a whole lot more. But now that Season 2 is coming out, you owe it to yourself. You gotta have Season 1 to go along with it. Season 2 is highly recommended. It's very good and annihilates storytelling-wise Season 1. But it is a native 4K that's coming out. And it'll have Dolby Vision, HDR10, and English Dolby Atmos. Limited edition Steelbook is the one I'm hugely excited for to go along with my limited edition Steelbook of Season 1. This is one of those though. I am hoping it keeps the same reference quality that Season 1 had, because Season 1 is one of those I use to show off my home theater system, because man, the Dolby Atmos on that is so darned immersive, and the image on it is just stunningly gorgeous. So I'm hoping Season 2 keeps up the quality that Season 1 did, because we'll be in for a massive treat. And I'll put both different editions down below for you to pre-order. Now, jumping ahead to July 30th, we have another big release that's coming out from Warner Brothers in Black Mass. Now, this is the biographical gangster crime drama with Johnny Depp in it. It's definitely one of those that I very much enjoy, because I enjoy crime dramas that are based on true stories. There's some odd pacing in the film, but the more I've watched it, the more I've enjoyed it. So I went back again after they announced this and watched the film again. I actually enjoyed it more than I did the first 2 times I saw it. So then that got me excited for this release, because Warner Brothers did a new 4K transfer and HDR10 master, along with a DTS HD Master Audio 5.1 audio mix for this 4K release. Now, this is another one of those Amazon exclusive releases that I'll put the direct Amazon sale link down there below. It's one of those that's manufactured as you order them. So Warner Brothers is limiting the amount of these that are being printed, and that's kind of par the course for some of these more niche 4K releases. But I'm hugely excited for this, because after watching it again, I realized that I really enjoyed the film the more I watch it, and this is one of those I'm glad's getting the 4K upgrade. Now, talking about Warner Brothers, same day and date here, we're also getting Focus. This is the Will Smith, Margaret Robbie 2015 crime comedy drama. I really think it's a slick film. It's a very beautiful looking film. Well, I can tell you they're doing a new 4K transfer for this, as well as an HDR10 master, along with DTS HD Master Audio 7.1 audio mix. This is another one of those more print-on-demand Amazon exclusive releases. I'll put that direct link down there below, but if you've seen this film before, I didn't need to watch it again because I've seen it numerous times, that I was excited for it anyways, because I really enjoy like them playing off of stealing from people. If you haven't seen this film, basically it's the story of Will Smith. He's like a master consman and basically meets another consman or conswoman in Margaret Robbie, and they go on conning people and setting up big cons, and it gets bigger and more elaborate, and the story has a really good twist, and it's got some good comedy and setups in it. I especially like the basically part where they're at the football stadium and they're acting like they're betting against each other, and they get rich people involved in it because they hear them making smaller bets, and then the bets get bigger and bigger, and they act like they're upset about it. And it's really cleverly done, and I really enjoyed the film, so I'm glad it's getting a 4K release. Now, a big release that really did surprise me that I previously announced on my Twitter account, or X, which is 4K Blu Ray reviews. If you don't follow me on there yet, you want to make sure to follow me on 4K Blu Ray reviews. But it's actually Invasion USA, the Chuck Norris action-adventure classic film. It's become a big cult classic. It has some massive set pieces, and it really set the stage for Chuck Norris as an action star. I really enjoy the film. It has some cheesy moments, but it's 80s goodness in it, and that cheese is just what the 80s was made of. Well, the film did come out in 1985, and it got a brand new 4K restoration of the original 35mm camera negative. It's a native 4K, and it has HDR10 master on it, along with a DTS HD Master Audio 5.1 audio mix. This is one of those I am excited to dive into and test out and see the quality of this, because they own the previous Shout Factory Blu-ray release, and I enjoyed it and thought it was pretty good. So I'm going to be curious to see what the upgrade is, if there's an upgrade, which it is coming from Vinegar Syndrome, so I do know it is probably going to be one of those that does look pretty nice because Vinegar Syndrome does a pretty dang good job. So I'll put the direct link for this down below as well. Now, another big release on the same day and date is Election, the black comedy drama from 1999. Reese Witherspoon is good in this. I really like Matthew Broderick in this, and I will tell you it's being released in the Paramount Presents line as a limited edition release only. Now, for this release, Paramount did let me know they did a brand new 4K remaster of the original camera negative. It is a native 4K and it'll have Dolby Vision and HDR10 on it, along with Dolby True HD 5.1 audio mix. Now, I do wish they would have done like a new Dolby Atmos for this, but the previous Dolby True HD 5.1 audio mix was good. Now, this is being sent from Paramount to me early for review for me to dive into and test for all of you, but I am letting all of you know right now, these Paramount Presents releases, just like I previously reviewed Chinatown, that was one that a lot of folks have had a hard time getting a hold of because it went in and out of stock numerous times since my original review because these are limited editions. So that's why I always let you know, once these sell out, they are gone. So if this is a movie you're interested in, make sure to go down and pre-order yours through that link down there below. Now, jumping ahead to August 16th, we have another big release in JSA Joint Security Area. This is coming out in a collector's edition 4K release. Now, for this exclusive 4K release, it got a brand new 4K transfer and HDR10 master, along with Dolby Atmos audio mix. It's coming in a collector's edition 4K set. I'll put the direct Amazon pre-order link down below for any of you that haven't checked out this film. It is a mystery war thriller. It's very good. It's gotten previous releases on Blu Ray from like Arrow Video. Well, this is an exclusive 4K release, and the Studio Umbrella let me know specifically they have the exclusive 4K transfer with this HDR10 master in this set. So this is one of those, if you like the film at all or you haven't checked it out, this is supposedly the exclusive 4K release from this studio only. Now, jumping ahead to August 20th, another massive release from Sony in Can't Hardly Wait. This is the teen comedy drama from 1998, and Sony did a brand new 4K scan of the original camera negative. It is a native 4K and it'll have a brand new Dolby Vision and HDR10 master and English Dolby Atmos, all done by Sony. Another one that I bet you is going to look great. Again, Sony, top of the line restoration team. I'm looking forward to this one because it is a highly underrated teen comedy. I remember going to see this originally in cinemas and I sat there and said to myself, man, I had a blast with this. So I actually stayed in the cinemas and my friend was working there and he let me watch it a second time. And I watched it again and I thought to myself, man, it has some really like deep elements for a teen comedy, just kind of pointing out the errors of how in high school and everything else you think that certain things are the end of your life or that being popular is the most important thing. And it points out that basically at this last party at the end of the school, basically everyone's graduating, they have this massive party and people realize the things they thought were important maybe weren't as important. So even as an adult, I enjoy the film because it points out a lot of things in the errors of our thinking that really we hold value on sometimes, basically thinking we're popular or thinking that, oh, hey, I got this going on or I'm really rich or whatever you have in your life. We hold on to the value of things that we shouldn't. And this film points that out, and I did like that because the value of what we have is only in our own eyes. You know, the value of our lives, it doesn't really matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter how popular you think you are. It doesn't matter how successful you think you are. You know what really matters is the people in your lives, those that you love, those that love you, and the time you spend being kind to others. And I really enjoy the story behind this film. I'm really looking forward to this because it is an underrated film that I'm glad is finally coming out on 4K and that's being released by Sony. Now, another big release on the same day and date is Prime Cut from 1972. Now, for this release, it did get a brand new 4K scan of the original 35mm camera negative. It is a native 4K and it'll have a brand new Dolby Vision HDR10 master and a DTS HD master audio mix. Now, I can tell you this is being sent to me early for review. It is one of those Gene Hackman, Lee Marvin, just really one of those crime dramas that they kind of play off of each other great in it, and I will say it does have some extreme violence in it that will kind of surprise you, some of the things that happen in it. But it is surprising that it's being released because this is one of those I didn't ever think we'd ever see on 4K. Now, jumping ahead to August 27th, I have a big update for all of you. Drive from 2011, the limited edition SteelBook release by Sony, is back in stock. It did go out for quite a while, and there is more now back in stock. If you missed out on it originally, now's the time to go down and order your copy. I posted that direct Amazon sale link for the limited edition down below. Now, I will answer a couple of questions I've gotten since I originally announced this. This does have a new Sony 4K transfer, along with Dolby Vision HDR10 Master. Now, what Sony does is, when they do work on things, even though this is approved by the original director himself, it actually, Sony goes back in and reworks things. For example, I guarantee you we will see a much higher bit rate, more stability in the image, as well as other image improvements like colors and stability in colors. There's numerous things they're tweaking and fixing and working on for this 4K transfer. Now, it also has an English Dolby Atmos audio mix on this, and based on previous comparisons that I've done, my guess is Sony will improve the audio mix, slightly fix things, probably have better LFE and better bass. Based on previous history of what they've done when there's been other transfers that then they reworked, that's been the history of what Sony's done. So I do see this one being the ultimate edition to own of Drive. If you like this film at all, though, I'm warning you right now, it already has gone out, and then basically they released a little bit more stock. I do see this selling out before the release date. And then obviously Sony said once it's gone, because they're not releasing a standard 4K case for Drive here in the US. It is limited edition SteelBook set only. It's going to be ridiculous prices, 100, 150 bucks they're going to be charging on the aftermarket. So now's the time I'm letting you know, so you don't have to pay those ridiculous prices on the aftermarket. Make sure to order your copy through that Amazon sale link down there below, so that way you secure a copy. This is one of those I think is going to be an easy upgrade, though. I do think Sony being the top of their game, as is the theme with this video, Sony really better than my Second Sight release that I previously reviewed. Now, if you haven't checked out my previous Second Sight review, that's available right now on this channel. I really enjoyed that release, but knowing that Sony's doing additional work and things on their own, man, I'm really excited for this one. And I love the colors on that 80s style SteelBook. Way better than Second Sight's release. And I'll pay for that SteelBook alone because Sony's SteelBooks are so cool looking. Now, another big release on August 27th is Peewees Playhouse, the complete 5 seasons being re-released for the first time since the original more expensive set went out of print. And basically Shout Studios says it's a reprint of the exact same Blu-ray discs, the 8 Blu-ray discs in that out-of-print set, just in a slightly different Blu-ray case without the hard outer shell, but at half, actually it's less than half the price of the original Blu-ray release that they released. So you're getting the exact same contents, none of it's missing, same special features, and the exact same completely remastered from the original 16mm and 35mm camera negatives, HD masters on Blu-ray. So you're getting the exact same thing, but half the cost. I think it's a great job Shout Studios is re-releasing it. Basically after the original one went out of print, I missed out on it originally. Once they announced the reprint, I ordered mine right away. It's not being sent for review. I just wanted to make sure I had a copy because I do really enjoy this Paul Reubens kind of adult comedy series. The more you watch it, you realize how adultish it was. And it's kind of twisted that back in 1986 through 1990 when the show aired, that, you know, we watched it growing up, but it was really more an adult series. So it's great they're re-releasing it at a very good price point finally. So I'll put that link down there below. If you missed out on this originally, now's the time you can order your copy and pay half the price that everyone did originally. Now, another big release we're getting on August 27th is The Alaskans, the 1959 to 1960 Roger Moore adventure TV series. And this is Roger Moore pre-007. He's very good in it, and it is a massive who's who of supporting cast of every big star and actor of that era literally comes through this TV series. Well, for this TV series, they did a brand new 4K scan of the original camera negative for brand new remastered 1080p HD masters on Blu-ray and restored DTS HD Master Audio 2.0 audio mix. Now it's being released in an 8 Blu-ray disc set for the entire series in a box set from Warner Archive. Now, if you followed me here on my channel, I previously reviewed like Colt 45. That was an amazing Blu-ray release of a TV series I never thought we'd see released on Blu-ray ever, and the 4K scans that they did provided one of the best looking black and white TV series releases on Blu-ray I've ever seen. So I am hugely excited for the Alaskans. I love classic TV series, and I really like Roger Moore as an actor, and if you look at the who's who list of all the amazing actors that appear in this, you really are going to find an actor you love from that era, and the storylines in this and the adventure series are very fun, and it really has different stories every night you can watch. So this is one of those big releases that I'm very excited Warner Archive's releasing. Now, jumping ahead to September 3rd, another big release from Sony. We're getting A League of Their Own from 1992. The really good Tom Hanks sports comedy drama. Now, for this release, Sony did a new Dolby Vision Master along with HDR10. I can tell you the original 4K release I do own and I really enjoy it, and they're making me double dip because it does have Dolby Vision on this release with that new Dolby Vision Master, that it is one of those things they're pulling me back in. So I did pre-order this one. It is being released as a native 4K along with Dolby Atmos, and this is one of those films that I really enjoy, so even the upgrade to Dolby Vision I'm excited for because Sony really provides a bunch of things, and I'll be curious to see if the bitrate on this is drastically higher than the previous 4K release, because that's what Sony's been known for when they do these Dolby Vision transfers. If you haven't checked out like my previous 4K versus 4K image comparison testing and review video, it's a double dip video where I do exclusive image comparisons that I pull from each 4K release and compare them side by side to let you know what's the best version to own. This is one of those I'm curious. What's the upgrade versus the previous release, if there is one? Did they keep the bitrate? Did they make it higher? Did they make it lower? Did they improve the image? What's the differences? But in that video series, I cover all of those things on different releases all around the world to let you know what's the ultimate 4K releases to have in your collection. So if you haven't checked out that video series yet, you'll want to check that out after you get done watching this video. Now make sure to go down and start the conversation in the comment section right below this video and let me know what of these you're excited about. Like I've explained before, the studios do look at my comment section to see what you are excited about. What of all of these announcements in this exact video people are talking about? What of these are the big announcements people are excited for? What of these that people say, hey man, I'm really excited for this limited edition SteelBook or for this 4K that's coming out? So make sure to share your excitement in the comment section below so that way the studios see from this exact announcement video what all of you are excited for. I love to see your excitement as well. I'm a collector as well, and I do this to share the love of collecting these with all of you every week. So I really enjoy to see it as well, just as much as the studios do. So when you comment down there below, I like to see what all of you are excited about from all of these massive exciting announcements. Now jumping ahead to September 17th. Paramount just let me know this morning when I made my announcement about this that we will finally be getting Bringing Out the Dead, the Martin Scorsese film from 1999 that skipped Blu-ray. It's going straight from DVD all the way to 4K. Now, this is being released in the Paramount Presents limited edition line only. Paramount was very specific on this as well, limited edition only. Now, for this release, they did a brand new 4K remaster of the original camera negative, along with Dolby Vision and HDR10 Master, and a big, massive surprise, we are getting a new English Dolby Atmos audio mix. And these were approved by the original director, Martin Scorsese himself, and editor, Thelma Schoonmaker. So in the press release that Paramount sent me, they specifically had the original editor and the original director involved, so that way we get the best and truest presentation for image and sound. Hugely excited for this Nicolas Cage film. If you have not seen it yet, it's a psychological drama, and I'll tell you, it's one of those that did surprise me back in 1999, and I'm thrilled it's finally coming out. And it skipped the Blu-ray, went all the way to 4K. What a big surprise from Paramount that I was thrilled for and hugely excited to share with all of you. Now, I will be putting the direct Amazon pre-order link for this down below. Now, it's one of those that's just coming available. So if when I make this video, it's not available right away, make sure to follow me on my X or Twitter, which is 4K Blu-ray Reviews, because I'll be posting an update with the direct pre-order link the moment it's available. I'll post it on there and on my community section here on my channel. Now, for this release, they are providing a bunch of special features, and these are brand new special features. So behind the scenes with Martin Scorsese, behind the scenes with the director, we're getting behind the scenes talking with Nicolas Cage, we're getting interviews behind the scenes with cast and crew, theatrical trailers, plus 7 more new bonus features and legacy bonus features content from the previous DVD releases, all included in this limited edition Paramount Presents number 47. Hugely excited for this. I love the cover artwork, as you can see up above. I shared that from the email Paramount sent me. I love how it opens up. It has inside artwork in this Paramount Presents line with that shiny metallic slipcover that opens up with the artwork inside and has the poster on it. This is one of those that really did surprise me because, like I said, it skipped Blu-ray all the way to 4K. Big surprise. This will be coming in early for review. Paramount did let me know they are sending that to me early for review. So I will be diving into that and testing that for all of you. But before the release date, keep in mind this is another limited edition Paramount Presents line. So I'm letting you know that in advance so that way you don't get mad, just like with Chinatown. I had some people that got mad. I don't control the pre-orders. I can't control that they have it in stock or how many they print. All I do is I review them, let you know if it's good or bad, and then I let you know when the pre-order is available, like today. So if this is one that you're interested in because you have the old DVD and you want to upgrade it all, make sure to pre-order yours through those links directly down below. Now, as always, it's very important any of these you want to pre-order or buy, always use those direct Amazon sale links down there below. Those are always extremely important to the creation of all of these videos. And every time you click on that link down there, it never costs you a penny extra to click on them. But simply by clicking on it, it shows your support of the creation of these videos. And the only way I can continue to do this is through you, my viewers and subscribers' support, by always using those direct Amazon sale links down there below and joining my Collectors VIP Club. VIP Club only costs you, the viewer, a couple of bucks every month. It goes drastically into the creation of all of this exclusive content you enjoy watching. So that's why I always say it's extremely important is always through your direct support. So if you enjoy these videos and these videos have helped you out over the years, always use those links down there below. I always appreciate every one of your support from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. It truly means the world, and I love doing this every week. And I hope my joy and the love of physical media comes through and shines through in every one of these videos that I put my heart and soul into creating. And that's why I always say I truly hope all of you have a blessed day. And I've always got something new, early, exclusive, and exciting coming out very soon.